were learning about affirmations and what Tony Robbins calls mantra, I love that because,
Mhm.
it's that the power of the words where we cognitively embody the feeling, the meaning from the words. So at first I started sort of reading other people's, but there wasn't that connection until I went through a self-authoring process where I wrote my own affirmations. And the one that evolved for me was, I am living my best life and I am growing.
Mm. Yes, when you're telling yourself that, that's great. And you're so right, because we all resonate with different uh different things and different ways of being as well. And
Mm.
it really does I know it starts from way deep down inside, like you're saying, going through the timeline and finding uh where this event happened and changing those thoughts around that to be able to change who you are and step into that into the person that you want to be. And so the affirmations just kind of reconfirm, and I find them helpful as well. I know for it to really change your mind, you have to say them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I do find that when you put energy, especially into the affirmation, instead
Mm.
of just saying it, just quietly in bed, if you actually get up and just put energy, because everything is energy, and the
Mm.
more energy you put into it, like for instance, if I want to be powerful one day, I am powerful, you want to
Yeah.
really, right? And
Yeah.
just what you were saying, the power of the words, like it
Mm-hmm.
changes you.
It
Uh,
does. And I remember, with speaking, I remember driving in the early days of my practice. I remember driving to go and see clients, and I would hear all these excuses in my head of all the reasons why I couldn't go. I would be imagining phoning them up saying I had a migraine all of a sudden. And then it was like, through listening to Tony Robbins and it's Awakening the Giant Within
right.
really, really was helpful for me. And I had these mantras where I would like hold on to the steering wheel and I'd be like, I'm doing this to help other people. And it's about more than me. And when it became about more than me, I got over myself and I would go.
Right.
And it was just
Right.
so helpful to, you know, because then I knew how good I would feel afterwards. So it's taking action, you know. But what I will say is that there's something you said just now that reminded me. I think often in order to be ourself,
Right.
it's not as much about what we need to create that is more than. It's about stopping doing that is stopping us from being.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I like to describe that is coming from the inside out philosophy and Sydney Banks and the three principles. It's the idea that we're all born unique individuals. We're all born shining diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
And the events and the experiences and the stories and beliefs that we have, particularly in the negative, are like dust and debris that form over our diamond. And we
Mm-hmm.
pack it down and we pack
Right.
it down and we push it down. Sometimes we push it down with food and we're thinking we're having comfort. But that weight that is a physical weight
Mm-hmm.
is actually the weight of our emotions weighing us down. So actually the way I like to approach my work and how I've approached helping myself is to sweep away the debris
Yeah,
so
that's a
that
good
we
way to
can
put it. I
shine.
like that. Yeah. Yeah. And so, I mean, many people say peeling the onion, the layers. I love the way you're
Mm.
putting it, because it's an extra weight, and we are so amazing and like a diamond on the inside. I mean, we are powerful, even though we don't sometimes exude that. It's
Mhm.
there, and that's why when you say it, uh, and you can't really feel it. You have to go in and get rid of the debris, as you're talking about. You get to get rid of all that. And the words, though, I know, I just wanted to mention, I know Tony Robbins, and I heard this with Tony Robbins, but also with a speaking coach of mine, that right before you go on to speak, or I use it if I'm going to make a sales call or something like that, something uncomfortable, or that could be uncomfortable, or I just want more power. So before you speak, do the Wonder Woman pose. Is that right? And actually, Tony Robbins, I was surprised he was talking about that. And it actually, I think he said it increases your testosterone by 33%.
Wow.
It increases your risk tolerance. Mm. And it increases something else, and I can't remember what it is. Or it decreases your cortisol. I think that's what it was. It decreases your cortisol. So, I mean, just that pose alone, and then saying a powerful affirmation, that's huge. And like I said, I use that in my practice too, but I'll, for people to get them to feel good. But I think it's great for speaking.
Amazing. There's another technique I can share with you as well.
Sure, I'd love to hear it.
So I've used this myself when I've been going to give presentations, and also I teach this often to teenagers in school.
You teach what now?
I teach this technique to teenagers in school.
Oh, nice.
So it's based on the bilateral stimulation technique. So you may well know this. So you're somewhere public, the child is in school. I was in a room about to give a presentation, and you just simply tap from left to right on the side of your thighs. So you can't see me doing this now, but I'm just tapping left and right on the side of my thighs. And I'm looking ahead, and nobody knows what I'm doing. And I'm seeing the face of someone I love, my son. I'm just so proud of, and he fills me with joy. And I'm just tapping, and that emotion that's coming up is then going down.
I love that. That's great.